Hey everyone, it's Sarah from I Swear I'm Stitching. Today is May 16th, 2025. This is Flosstube 134. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you're coming back for more, I appreciate that you put up with me. Thank you so much. Not a lot of stitching, a lot more sewing this week because you can't see it, but except for that bag, all the college stuff has been put away. I had a moment where bonus child came back from college and somehow I ended up with half her shit in my living room and on my table. I'm like, she doesn't even live here. But that was short-lived, thank God. So I've got all my space back, which means I went on a sewing rampage because I had the room. Like I actually stopped, trimming blocks to record this. And now I'm burpy, of course, because you know, you're on video. Things start itching. Hiccups, burps, the camera turns on, your body's like, yeah, what can we do? All right, I guess I'll show you finished objects first, because why not? None of them are cross stitch. I apologize if you're strictly for cross stitch. Sorry. But I got my Jenny's holiday blocks that I did from the Missouri Star Quilt advent calendar this year. I went ahead and used one of my paychecks and had it quilted from Missouri Star so I could use it. And now I can finally use it. And part of me hates that there's so much white because white just does not stay white in my house. I don't even have small kids anymore. 20, 21, and a husband who is such a messy bastard. I love him, but he be messy. But anyways, so here it is. I'm not gonna stand up. I'll just go long ways. So there's one block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and 4 blocks. And I just always tell them, do whatever you want. Almost always tell them, do whatever you want. Thread color wise and quilting wise. So they chose white and they did, I don't know, this like swirly thing. And then I have white binding and white backing. It's a good thing it's the back because that's not gonna stay white. Yeah, they are. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they pretty blocks? Oh, I love red and aqua together. That's why I put them two together. And then the darker ones together. So now that I've shown you, I can finally put it on my table. Oh, I'm so happy to have it. And yeah, I just a hand bind. And I don't know what was wrong with me with my hand binding. Look how crappy that point is. That one's okay. I could not get my corners to miter worth a darn. Some are okay. One's really good. The rest are kind of, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. It's gonna get used. It's utilitarian. I don't know. It's gonna sit on my table. It's gonna have junk put on it. It's white, so I'm gonna give it a week before it's got some sort of red juice stain because my husband drinks fruit juice. There's white in my Halloween table runner, and it's stained. It's got red stains on it. It's okay, because I guess it gives me a reason to make new ones eventually. So pretty. I had so much fun making these blocks. I cannot wait for this year's advent calendar. So excited. And then, oh gosh. And then I guess I'll just go into life. Why not? So instead of having a purely life update, I'll just sprinkle it in. For Mother's Day, I wanted it to be real low key. I told my kids not to get me anything. College kid ended up getting me going to get herself coffee at our favorite coffee shop about half hour away, and they had a Mother's Day bundle which came with like some sort of weird it's something I don't usually drink, but I will try it eventually, like a one of those teas that you mix and it's got like collagen and other things, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't. It's got like 4 packets of powder you mix in it and you drink it. It had that, had a little cute decoupage jar with like Mother's Day on it and some flowers, and then you pick your favorite drink. And my favorite drink there is their London Fog, sugar-free vanilla oat milk. And so my kid ended up giving me that. But I was like, I don't want a cake. I just want to hang out with you guys. I want to do something artsy with you guys. I want to watch a Hitchcock movie, and then we'll order Chinese food, which I've now learned since my surgery. Chinese food does not sit well with me, so I probably won't. It's a good thing I only have it every like 4 years. It's too bad because I still love Chinese food. But I have probably 10 Hitchcock films on DVD, and I went through and picked the ones that I've seen with my son in the theaters, and took them out. And then I took out the ones I don't really think that they'll like, To Catch a Thief, so I took that out. And I said, these are them. My top 3 that I love the most are on top. I said, you guys read the backs and decide. And they had it whittled down to Rear Window, Notorious, one of my favorites, and Rope. And then they whittled it down to Rear Window. So we watched Rear Window. They loved it. I love it. I was like, well, if I get to choose, because it's Mother's Day, I would pick Notorious because that's my top like 3 favorite movies. But I wanted them to choose. And I love Rear Window, so yeah, it's not like I was like, oh, darn. So we watched that. But anyways, so the artsy stuff we did was the, I don't know if I can reach it. I got this for my son. I thought he's not really arty, but I thought this is a song, he might like to do it. But then when I brought it home, I told him, I said, there's 2, if you want, we can do them together. So he chose that one, and I chose that, well, he chose that one, so I got that one. So I worked on that a little bit a couple weeks ago, and then I saved it so that we could work on them together. And I was like, I don't even care, just put whatever you want on YouTube. So we watched the history of VHS and Beta. I mean, it wasn't totally boring, but some YouTube video guy, and we worked on them together, and he got most of the tail done, and I finished mine. So I finished it, and it's for him. So here's mine. I finished it. It's the mom, and he has it hanging in his room already. And he really, I don't want to say really enjoyed, but he enjoyed doing his, like the tail part. He said it was kind of relaxing. So I told him that I would either buy another small one for me at work one day, or get my kid has, what was it, about 8x10? I'm looking at one I did after my dog passed away. She's got a few 8x10s up in her room she hasn't done, so I might steal one of those and work on it next time he wants to work on his bird, so we can work on it together, because I find that crafty stuff for him gets done more when he's working with somebody else. And then my college kid and I took stuff out of the grab bag of Easter stuff I got from Michael's, and we painted. And she is definitely artsy. I am definitely not artsy. She picked a big butterfly, and she's painting it my favorite colors, purple, maroons, and silvers, and she's blending it. And mine has absolutely no blending in it. I picked the smallest thing I could, and it's so ugly, but not, it's ugly but not ugly, but there it is. I am not artsy. I had to ask, I was like, what should I do with these? And she was like, blue. So I did them blue. I'm like, I don't like it. So then I did it white. I was like, it's too dark. So then I did, that's why it looks all weird and cracked, because there's like 25 layers of paint in there, because I finally went with silver. And yeah, so I painted just this egg. Hers is a lot bigger. Well, this was 2 days, because I had to like do one coat, let it dry, and do another coat. But hers is a lot bigger, so she's only got like the top wings done. But I do like the gold. And now I have Easter decorations. And then a couple days later, well, a week later, bonus child came back home. So while she was visiting, we were hanging out. I got these wooden eggs from Michael's in the grab bag, and I got exactly 3, and I have 3 children. So I said, each of you needs to paint one and give it to me, and I can put it in this little like ceramic Easter basket thing I have. So, college kid is currently painting hers now. Bonus child painted hers while she was here. Used paint markers, little hearts. And then my son painted his. And I'm gonna guess he chose purple because that's my favorite color. He used paint markers too. I told him, I said, buddy, don't even worry about how to paint the whole egg. Just because the other kids are doing it, you don't have to do it. Because I knew he's gonna be like, I'm done. So yeah, he did the flowers and he's like, I'm done. So now I have 2 eggs and 1 coming for my basket. So that's kind of on my own. I love to have them each do something crafty. Not for every holiday, but like they each, and then my husband, stitched these wooden cross stitch flowers. You just cross stitch the center for my tree, Christmas tree, and now I have something for Easter. That yellow one's my favorite. So those are finished objects. Kind of finished objects. Sewing Dragon Fruit Block of the Month from Fat Quarter Shop. I finally finished April's blocks. I messed up on one and I got mad and I stopped. Then I did this whole block. And I had this blue and that purple switched. And I was like, I'm not doing it again because I hadn't noticed it was all done. If I mess up right away, if I'd noticed right away, I would have pulled those stitches out and done it again. Once this whole block is done, when you're FPPing, you use a stitch length of 1.4 and those are so friggin' hard to rip out. I was like, no, I'm gonna use it. I don't care. I'll do the other ones right and just use that messed up block. Well, I finished all these. Then I finished this month's. So I went back to see what kind of fabric I had. I had plenty of fabric left. I had some more of these snail trail paper pieces. So I went ahead today this morning and redid it. So now I've got 4 good blocks and a 12-inch spare, which I'll turn into something, a pillow, a bag, I don't know, something eventually. But so this was April's, finally finished them. And then I whipped out May's, which were these. They get turned into that. And that's it. That's all the blocks done. Next, you see, I just one little tab left, June. And June is simply putting them all together, and then putting them all together, and then sewing on border. That's it. So, I'm done with my blocks. But anyway, okay, so I'll show you April's blocks. Well, that one is not one to come off my table. Okay, so that's the snail trail. Oh, gosh. Like I said, I'm actively trimming. So, see the paper. And then once they're trimmed, I will take the papers out. My snail trails. These ones are bigger, harder to hold up. So pretty. Wait a second, that's the wrong one. That's the bad one. What are you doing in this block? What are you doing here? Where's my new one? Tell me I did not make 2 wrong. Because I'm not making a fucking 6th one. Oh, nosies. I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I didn't just accidentally put the bad one in this pile. I'm gonna... I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. So if I did it again, I could have front and back of a bag. Oh my god. Okay. This is what they're supposed to look like. So frustrating, you guys. I thought I was so meticulous. And then there's these ones. Not my favorite. Again, I do not like this fabric. Thank God. It is not used a lot. I particularly don't like it with this polka dot. It's going to look great in the quilt as a whole because, as you can see from the outside picture, it looks great. And that block is right... Where is that block? I can't even know where that block's at. right there, right there, right there. So, you know, once it gets all together, it'll blend in, and that bright ass color will not bother my eyes as much, I'm sure. And then this one. There's 4 each of these. 4 each of all of them. Technically 5 of that snail trail I messed up, and maybe 6 if I find out that I messed up another one and have to do it again. And then this month's. I love it. I love this pinky light purple color. So yeah, super stoked. Super stoked. And that is it for FOs and kind of FOs. And now we'll get to the stitching, which is what I'm sure a lot of you are here for. So, there's only 2 things I stitched. Get my iPad. That's not an iPad. That's a tablet. I stitched on my Heaven and Earth Nefertiri artwork by Mandy Manzano. Come on. Make her bigger. So pretty. And so since the last time you saw me, which I don't know how many days that was, 7, 14, like 9 days. Like I said, I've been busy. Hung out once this week with all the kids and my best friend. We went on a bakery run, loaded up on so many pastries, got some coffee, and then bonus child made us watch Saw 10. I am not a Saw fan. I spent a lot of time in this kit because over here's our living room, this big void. That's where the TV is. I just come around here, sit in here, munch on some pastry. Well, some gore happened. But anyways, so we're busy, so I didn't get a lot of stitching done. That's my whole point of that. But I have finished 6 pages, officially finished 6 pages from 9 days ago. I only did 807 stitches, which is the fewest stitches I've done since showing you guys, since starting this back up. Usually I'm in the, I'm in the thousands. So it didn't even hit 1,000. But I did get my WIPCO Board of Woe goal reached, and I did finish a page. So, there it is. That was what I was working on, right here. You can see her eye starting. So pretty. And I'm gonna go up from there. I'm gonna go move my Q-snap and do here. I'm gonna do here, then go up here, then go there, and then start working back down, and then start working back over. Yeah. So pretty. Sorry, the colors are so bad because it's overcast and I do not have good lighting. Oh, so pretty. Look at her eye. And I am doing this on 25 count. Easy count? I don't know. 2/1 10 stitch. Oh, I want to go up this way. I want to finish this block out. But I also want to go this way and work on her eye. So, you know, decisions. I'm not gonna lie, there's no decisions. I'm going that way. And then maybe I say I'm gonna go like this, but maybe I'll go this way and then be like, you know what, eyeball time, and go back to the eye. I don't know, but there it is. Oh, I love it so much. I never thought I'd say I love my HAED. Never thought I'd say I love a HAED. Never thought I'd say I love the full coverage. I mean, not enough to where I'm like, let's go buy some more HAEDs. But it's just, Pattern Keeper has made this so enjoyable. And I feel like it's just moving along so much quicker and seeing the colors come together and her face, it's so wonderful. And then for this month's kit, I'm working on Bothy Threads Fair Earring. And I don't know why I thought, oh, this will be a quick one. This thing's huge. What is it? I don't know centimeters or anything. I mean, but it's big and there's a lot of color changes. And I don't know why I thought that it was not big. But you'll see, because I've worked on where I was working in the middle, and now I've moved my Q-snap and I'm working on, I want to finish this top of this. My goal is by the end of the month to have the top of this mushroom done. We'll see how that goes, because I just now started working some red. And this, like I said, it's a kit, so it's on 14 count Zweigart Ada with printed speckled background and the cotton threads that it came with. And I'm doing it 2/1. See, I don't know why I thought this would be smaller, but the mushroom is, look how big ass that mushroom is. So my goal is, see, I'm right here. So I've got this and this. So I have all this to do. On top of that mushroom to do, and yeah, and some filling of the mushroom here. So we will see exactly how much I get done this month. I ideally, like I said, would like to have the top of that mushroom done. That would make me happy, but I don't know. That's it. That's all I have for you. Lakapati. Excuse me. Sorry. Very sorry. Lakapati from Bella Filipina is supposed to be my spring big fancy lady to work on. I have not been feeling her, so I have given up on her. I packed her up and put her away. If before summer hits I get the desire to pull her out, I'll pull her out. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. Just, you know, stitch what you want, when you want, how you want, do what you want to do, be you. All the things. I think that's all I have for you guys. I need to finish that baby quilt for my nephew, whose baby is due in July. I don't know if it's due in early July or late July, so I actually have to finish it. I keep telling myself I have plenty of time, but no, because I'm not setting it away for quilting, so I have to actually quilt it and then bind it. So it's actually a lot more work than I tell myself. And then I'm going to finish trimming those blocks, and I may, even though June is when we're supposed to start putting together, I may start piecing a couple together just to see what they look like together. Like I may, you have to make up 4 of these units, and then you sew those 4 units together. I may do 1 unit just to see what I think, because it's 4 of the same unit, and then you put it together and you get that beauty. So I may do that before I see you again. I may not. You know, I'm not making any promises. And then I'm going to work on my fairy ring some more because I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It is fun to stitch and easy to stitch while watching the Stanley Cup. I will definitely work on my HAED because that's what I do. I still love it, and I was disappointed I only got 800 stitches, but once I finished the 6th page, I was like, I'm going to stop, put it away, work on other stuff. So, but I'm looking forward to picking that back up again. I don't think there's any other stitching. I'm not doing anything for Mental Health May. Don't know if I have anything. I'll be starting next month for Pride. I'll look at my pattern and see what I got. Plan-wise, it's just those 2 projects. I'm really boring right now. Yeah, I'm totally boring right now. Sorry, guys. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you come back again. I will probably spend, I'm not supposed to have today off. My kid was supposed to take my car to Dayton, so I wasn't going to have a car to go to work. And then, so I told them Monday, hey, I can't work Friday. And then last night around 11:30, my kid came down and said, oh, my academic advisor emailed me and he canceled the meeting for tomorrow. And I was like, I'm not working tomorrow. I've already stayed up past my bedtime. I already told him I wasn't coming. Friday sucks at work. Not as bad as Thursday. Thursday's the worst day. It's so boring. Oh my God. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm still not working. So I am not working. So I'm hoping to finally, after I trim these blocks, because I'm in this area when I trim blocks on my table, listen to podcasts while I do that. I'm hoping that after that, after I finish my laundry, to sit down and watch some Flosstube. I am woefully behind on Flosstubes. I don't know what is going on in the world of Flosstube. I'm so woefully behind on Instagram. I don't know what's going on in the world of Instagram. I don't know what's going on with my friends, my crafters, my associates. I don't know. I keep saying it's this job has killed all my like social drive. But I don't know if that's true. I think it just may have coincided with like the election and all the shit that's going on in the country and the world. I think it just all kind of blopped together. And I was like, I'm done with people, which is stupid because I like a lot of people. I don't like people in general. But I like a lot of people. I watch a lot of Flosstubes because I like these people. I follow a lot of people on Instagram because I like these people. I have friends who I like so much I send them things for Valentine's Day because even though I don't talk to them every day or even like text these people, like I'm like, I really like you. And if I wasn't so socially awkward, I'd like to be friends. I mean, I have 2 people I text other than my kids. My best friend and Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. And even then, I'm like, I'm sorry I've been so shit at texting. They still text me, which is great, because I read them and I laugh, or I'm like, oh, you know, but then I don't text back, because I suck. So, I apologize. Mental health, huh? I guess mental health May. That's my mental health May is sometimes you just have to go into yourself. And it's not because you're sad or depressed. Like, I don't feel sad or depressed. I just don't want to leave the little bubble that is my world and my own personal space. And then when I do it at work, and I'm done. Okay. Blab, blab, blab. I'm not even from the Midwest, but I do a Midwest goodbye. So now I will say goodbye. See you guys later. I hope you come back. And I hope to catch up with many of you today on Flosstube. Okay, probably 4 or 5 because I'm so far behind on videos and I don't like to just start in from the last one. I like to go from where I last stopped. So if I stopped watching you 2 months ago and you put out a video every week, yeah, I got like 8 videos to watch. Because that's how I am. And I will comment on them. And they'll be old. And they'll be irrelevant to anything. But that's how I am. Okay. For seriously now, I'm going. Bye, guys.